Did you know that 24 meters of empty space separate the top of the Stari Most from the icy waters of the Neretva? It is here, in this city of 100,000 inhabitants, that divers have been defying gravity for over 450 years. Welcome to Mostar, the beating heart of Herzegovina. The first thing you notice when arriving in Mostar isn't just a landmark, it's an unmistakable feeling. Something subtle, almost invisible, that you can't immediately explain. You quickly realize that the entire city orbits around one specific spot, its world-famous bridge. As you enter the historic center, your shoes click against the smooth white cobblestones polished by millions of footsteps over centuries. Each step feels like walking across layers of history. You see artisan shops where copper is still shaped by hand, small workshops where time seems frozen, and the air carries a deep aroma of freshly prepared coffee. Around you, voices mix in different languages, creating a constant background rhythm. Travelers from all over the world stop, observe, take photos, while locals continue their daily routines as if nothing special was happening. It's a unique balance. On one side, tourism. On the other, real life. Everything here leads to the Stari Most. The closer you get, the more the atmosphere changes. The streets narrow slightly. The light reflects differently on the stones, and suddenly, the bridge appears. There is always a moment when you see it for the first time. You stop almost automatically. In just a few steps, you transition from an Ottoman-style bazaar, with its slender minarets and colorful stalls, to modern terraces where people sit quietly, enjoying the warmth of the sun. This contrast doesn't feel forced. It feels natural, like two different worlds coexisting without conflict. Walking across the bridge is not just a simple crossing. It's an experience. The stones under your feet are worn and slightly slippery, forcing you to slow down. You look around, and for a moment, everything becomes quiet. Then you look down. The water of the Neretva flows far below, clear, with shades between blue and green that almost don't seem real. The height suddenly feels very real. 24 meters is not just a number anymore. Standing there, you feel something physical, a mix of calm and tension. The mountains surrounding the city add another layer to this feeling. They are dry, rocky, almost raw, yet they create a natural frame around Mostar. In the early morning, the air feels fresh, almost cold. Later in the day, the heat settles on the stones, and the entire city seems to slow down. Light plays an important role here. It changes everything. In the morning, it's soft and quiet. In the afternoon, it becomes stronger, sharper, highlighting every detail of the old town. And in the evening, it softens again, giving the city a completely different mood. But there is another side to Mostar, a quieter one. History is not hidden here. It is present, visible, sometimes uncomfortable. During the war in the 90s, the Stari Most was destroyed in 1993. To imagine this bridge collapsing into the river is difficult. It wasn't just a structure. It was a connection between people, between cultures. Its reconstruction in 2004 was more than rebuilding stones. It was rebuilding meaning. And yet, the past is still there. If you walk away from the main streets, you will notice buildings that were never fully restored. Walls marked by impacts, empty structures, silent reminders of what happened. Standing in front of them, you feel a contrast that is hard to ignore, because just a few meters away, life continues normally. Cafes are full, people laugh, conversations flow easily. Music plays softly in the background, and near the bridge, a small crowd gathers. Everyone is looking in the same direction. The divers. One of them stands at the edge of the bridge, completely still. He looks down, calculating the distance, focusing. For a few seconds, everything stops. Then he jumps. The fall is fast, almost silent, until the moment he hits the water. The crowd reacts instantly. It's a tradition, but it never feels ordinary. If you enjoy places with strong character, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. From a practical point of view, Mostar is accessible. A short taxi ride costs only a few euros. Accommodation ranges from 30 to 80 euros per night, depending on the location and season. Food is simple and satisfying. In local restaurants, a traditional meal costs around 8 to 12 Bosnian marks. Grilled meat, fresh bread, and local dishes served without complication. But what makes the experience different is not the price. It's where you are, sitting near the river, hearing the water, feeling the warm air, watching people pass slowly. Time seems to move differently. Here, people don't rush. Coffee is not just a drink. It's a pause, a moment to sit, to talk, to observe. And that changes everything. If you explore beyond the center, you discover another layer of the city. Wider streets, quieter areas, places where daily life feels more visible and less influenced by tourism. Further out, the landscapes open up. Herzegovina feels different from the northern parts of the country. The terrain is drier, the vegetation lower, the light stronger. The mountains feel closer, more present. Driving outside the city, you pass through valleys, open spaces, and small villages where life moves at an even slower rhythm. Not far from here, places like the Kravical waterfalls offer a completely different atmosphere. Water, greenery, and a sense of isolation that contrasts with the busy center of Mostar. Back in the city, as the day ends, the atmosphere changes again. The light softens, the crowds become thinner, the bridge remains quiet, almost still, and you realize something. Mostar is not just a place you visit, it's a place you feel. A place where history, nature, and daily life exist side by side without trying to hide their differences. It's not perfect, it's not polished, but that's exactly what makes it real. If you're looking for a destination in Europe that offers more than just images, something deeper, something you can actually experience, then Mostar is a place worth discovering. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and continue exploring with me. See you in the next one.